YouTube. This is my YouTube live, and I'm just trying to get this figured out. So bear with me. You're gonna see. Yeah. We'll see if we can figure this out, so you guys don't have to see the ceiling fan in the backdrop. You're gonna see the ceiling fan a little bit, I think, or I could shut it off. Let me try that. We'll see. We'll see if I can handle it without the fan going in the drop. So this is my very first YouTube live. I do Facebook lives a lot. So I've got both going right now. So I've got a bunch of people that are already in my Facebook group. Hey, Jen and Kim, welcome. This is all new to me. So yeah, just been having some requests to do YouTube live. And honestly, my angels and guides have been bugging me about it too. So I am taking the leap and doing that today. So I've got a whole bunch of people in Facebook. Let me just see who else is here in Facebook. Becky, welcome. Marina, welcome. Cheryl, Carmen, aloha, everyone. Deborah, Elaine, Brittany, Teresa Thomas and I just had an amazing interview that just got posted on YouTube. So if you haven't watched the YouTube interview with Teresa Thomas, she is the founder, creator of 50 Fun Things, and we had such a blast with this interview. So go watch that after the live, of course, right? So Babs is here. Yeah, no worries, Marina, that's fine. That's totally fine. So those of you that have questions, go ahead and pop them in. And what I'm going to try to do is I'll maybe alternate between YouTube and Facebook for the questions. And again, these are mini readings, so like kind of short to the point type questions are really great that I can answer. Basically, I'm going to do one card because I've got a lot of people here today and I only have about an hour to do this, maybe a little bit less. Yes, Carmen, I'm so happy I'm not in Minnesota. They just got dumped on. So where I'm from, Minnesota, just got dumped on with a whole bunch of snow, and it's what, like April, right? Yeah, so crazy. Winter, spring storm. Oh, so crazy. I know. And my friend Julie is in Minnesota right now, and she's very glad she moved to Florida. Hey, Lorraine, welcome. Ash, welcome. Yeah. Oh, you got the alert that I'm on YouTube. Oh, cool. That's cool to know that people get the alert. That's kind of fun. Lisa, Pat, welcome. Tony. All right, Rhonda, oh my gosh, a lot of people are around tonight. Jessica, welcome. Michelle Heiser, welcome. Vaughn, hey, good to see you from Vegas, dude. Hey, Rhonda. Okay, so I've got people already posting. Lori Levine, welcome. I see you on the YouTube. Let's see how's this work with YouTube? Okay, I just slide the screen. That's cool. Very cool. Hey, John. Hey, Kim. Heartstyle, welcome. Kathy, hi. Aloha, Michelle. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start, I think, with Facebook. And what I'll do is, actually, I think I'm going to do 2 for 1 because I have more people on Facebook. So I'll do 2 Facebook in a row, and then I'll do 1 for the YouTube people. So we'll kind of bop back and forth. As we go there, let me just see. Okay, hopefully, so it's not letting me scroll up any further. Not sure about that. So I'm going to tell you the first question that I see here is Marina's. So on Facebook, if you posted a question before Marina George's question, post it again. So Marina's question is, do you see me continuing with my current role or something new? All right, let me see. Oh, and I have a new deck. Oh, so that was the other thing I was going to share with you guys. So a friend of mine bought me for my birthday a new deck of cards, Earth Magic. So I haven't used them yet. So I thought, well, we'll see if it comes in to use any of those cards today, because it's always fun for me to get a new deck. And this one is by Stephen Farmer. So these are the cards. That's kind of what that side looks like, and then this side. They're pretty, really pretty. I like them. And I like Stephen Farmer's other deck. I have his Power Animal Oracle deck, and I really like that too. So, all right. So let me get to reading this question here. This is kind of crazy. I don't know if energetically, it's a little bit of a split to have people here and people there, but we'll see how this works, right? Okay, so Marina, in answer to your question, okay, so your spirit team is a hoot because they're saying listen to your intuition. We've got the High Priestess coming in. This is Archangel Haniel, and for those of you on YouTube, I'll show you that card as well. This is Archangel Haniel. It is about listening to your intuition, trusting your gut. So I feel like you already know the answer to that. Sometimes we just get fears around like actually doing what we feel in our heart we want to do. So part of it too is that you do have to have a little bit of patience. So I don't feel like you're going to be able to make a leap like super quickly. Like I feel like it's going to be a little slower process. Maybe you've got to train somebody else, or or maybe finish up with clients or something like that. I feel like there's some finishing that needs to happen before you make a shift. And also really take a look at what it is that you want, right? Carefully consider what it is that you want before you take action. So really doing some soul searching around that is going to be helpful too. I hope you guys all have water, because when the angels come in, there's a lot of energy. It's they typically are doing like energy work on us at the same time, and the water helps move the energy through your body. So that's really going to be helpful to drink water. All right, as they were bugging me to do that. All right, let's slide down. Okay. Keep sliding. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to do Jessica Marie's question on Facebook, and then I'm going to go over to YouTube and start doing questions there. Okay, so Jessica's question is, what do my angels want me to know? Okay, so I'm going to use my new deck to see what they want you to know. Oops, they're throwing a couple cards at me. I'm going to just see if, is it one of these? It's that one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, this is a great one. So this is the Forest card, breath. So what they're saying is that you are, you're just not taking time to breathe. What they're showing me is in a couple different ways, this is showing up for you in your life, this breath. And what it is about in one sense is like, just not fully allowing yourself to take deep breaths or to slow down and to take like those pauses throughout your day. It's really interesting because the Louise Hay calendar today had a the message was about taking time to breathe, right? And spending that time like breathing, which I think is really important. But the other piece of this that I'm getting for you, Jessica Marie, is that you're not leaving space in your calendar to just rest or just be, right? Like you're going too many things scheduled, saying yes maybe to potentially too many things. So that is the other piece of it. You need to leave some room in your calendar, in your schedule, for breathability, so that you do have time to just breathe, that you do have time to just be and do nothing, right? Like that's really important too. Super important. Okay, I'm going to pop over to the YouTube here. All right. Hey, Evelyn and Kim. Lori's here. Arkansas weather's crazy too. That's interesting. No snow there. Yeah, no snow here in Hawaii. It's beautiful. In fact, one of my friends was in Lahaina, and she's like, what's the weather down in Kihei? Because it's super windy and I think raining up there. I'm like, it's hot and sunny here. So okay, I'm going to do Lori Levine's question here. Actually, I'll do a couple here. I'll do Lori's and Michelle's here on YouTube, and then I'll flip back over to Facebook. Okay, so Lori's question is, what do you see with my career? Okay, so let's do the career then. All right, somebody's got some stomach things going on. What's up with that? Like you've been eating something that is just your body's like, no, kind of saying no. So yeah, they're just showing me, and I think you know who you are. You've been eating stuff and your stomach isn't feeling good. Look at your diet, because I feel like there's something going on there that needs to be removed from your diet potentially, right? Okay. So Lori, I've got talk to your angels coming in. So this is, I think sometimes we get really caught up in, like just worry or stress about whatever's going on for us, whatever's, in our particular world at this time. And for you with your career, it's like you are stressing too much about it. So what they're wanting you to do is really, like, instead of worrying about it, ask for help. Ask for help from them. Ask for signs. So I do this all the time where I ask them for a specific sign. Like, send me a sign that I'm on the right path, right? Send me a sign that this is what I'm meant to be doing. Send me a sign that everything's going to be okay. Like, sometimes I do that too, where I just am like, send me a sign that everything's going to be okay. Because I'm human. Like, I get the same stuff you guys do. I don't know if any of you guys saw my post that I just did, but I just paid out a whole buttload of money today with taxes and all kinds of stuff. And so, yeah, we do get uncomfortable with that. So instead of worrying, ask for help. Ask them for help. Ask them for signs. Ask them for guidance. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Michelle Cordell is asking, do I have a unification with my love? Okay, let me... Oh, I was like, I know I have the romance cards here. Let me see what is coming up for you around that, Michelle. So, well, yeah, this is an interesting card for you too. So very soon can definitely mean that there's a reunification, but I think what's even more important about this card, Michelle, is about really getting clear about what you want. Right? Because, when we're not clear about what we want in a relationship, in a partner, in our life in general, it's really difficult for it to come to us. So we have to be really super clear. So again, we're in Jupiter retrograde now. It started yesterday, right? So there's this energy of, we get to go back and look at some of the things that we've done. We get to go back and look at some of the challenges that we've gone through, and now is a good time to review and find the gifts in those things too. So part of me feels like there's some gifts in there that maybe, maybe that this person doesn't necessarily have all the qualities that you want. That perhaps there's part of you that wants that reunification, because it's easier than, putting yourself out there for something new. So I'm just going to throw that out there. But very soon could potentially mean that you're going to reconnect. So I'm gonna kind of leave it on the fence for you around that one. Okay, so Kathy, you'll be next here on YouTube, and I'm going to pop over to Facebook here, and we'll see what's next. Okay, so Allie is asking any guidance on my marriage right now. Been a stressful few weeks. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the energy right now is just, it is crazy. I'm just going to tell you that. Like, even just the last couple of days, it's been like crazy. And I've definitely had some stuff that has come up that I have been dealing with and processing my emotions around and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, and there's just all kinds of crazy things coming up for my clients too. So yeah. So there's that. So what happens when we get these sort of shifts or these changes is that stuff that is needing to be healed in our life is going to come up, right? It's going to come up for us to heal, for us to look at. So if you have things that are, in your face right now in your life, that is because it's something that needs to be healed and looked at. So for you, Allie, the card that I drew is Let Your Friends Help You. So this is about asking for and getting guidance and support. And the energy around this to me is that, part of it is sometimes we try or we feel like our partner needs to be everything for us, right? Like they should be everything for us. And that's not necessarily true, right? Like, that's why we have friends. That's why we have other people in our lives, because our partner isn't meant to fulfill everything for us, right? And so what I'm getting around this too, Allie, is to look at, what is it that, you want your partner to be? what can they fulfill, and where you can get fulfillment elsewhere, like through friendships, that type of thing, and support in other ways, right? So that's sort of the energy of it. Like sometimes we put too much pressure on our partner too. And so really looking at like what can you do. And there's an interesting Alana Prod. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of her. She has a I don't know if she has a YouTube channel or not. Can't remember, but IG for sure. Anyway, she in a podcast. And I just was watching something that she was talking about today, is where like, telling your partner what it is that you need, what it is that would help you. Like, I just want you to listen. Her thing today was like, I just want you to listen to me and say, oh yeah, sure, tell me more, right? Like, and that's something Tony Robbins teaches too. Like, just tell me more. You don't need to fix me. You don't need to fix this. I just want you to listen, right? So you being really clear on what you want or need from him is also going to be important. Okay. So Don Mantell, question, should I switch jobs in the near future? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So I just, sometimes the guides are just like all over the place, and today they're just kind of being funny. So what they're bringing in is compromise. And I think part of it is that there's going to be sort of a compromise on your part, in that I don't know if you would stay where you're at doing part-time and then also maybe get another job. It just feels like it's not a full shift from one to another. Okay. So to me, it feels like, and maybe it is even like switching jobs within the company that you work for. But to me, it feels like you're going to still be doing something for one, and then you're also going to work for another one, is what I'm getting around that. So, yeah, interesting. Compromise. And I think that's too, and it doesn't mean like you don't get what you want, right? Like compromise just means that I feel like more of a balance, right? So there's more of a balance going on for you, is what I see around that. Oh, and Rhonda, yeah, okay. So I'm going to do one more question on Facebook, and then I'll come back to the YouTube. So Facebook, Rhonda has sort of the same question as Allie, marriage relationship. And here's the thing, when I'm doing these group readings, and I want to particularly tell this for you on YouTube, people that aren't familiar with my readings like this, is that other people's questions and answers have answers for you as well. So it's not, it's not just a bubble like your question is just your answer. Doesn't work like that. Just like when I do the readings for all the signs, like all the Aries, right? This works very similarly to that. So Rhonda, so this is again interesting, because we're also getting a very same card for you. Which happens, when I'm doing these readings like this, a lot of times it's similar themes, because many of you need that same message. So again, the very thing about this is getting very clear about what it is that you want, right? What is it that you want? What is it that you really desire in a relationship with anyone, with everyone, and particularly with your partner, right? So getting clear about that. There's a beautiful book called The Queen's Code. If you haven't read that, I highly recommend that book, because it's just really powerful to help you, kind of understand, number one, how the other opposite sex works, men. So it is, Queen's Code is for women, but it's also just really beautiful exercises and things like that in there as well. Okay, so let's look at the YouTube. Okay. Okay, so Kathy's question's next, then I'll do Jen on YouTube. So Kathy's asking, do I receive a promotion for my job or find a new position elsewhere? So that's so funny that like the questions are like mirroring each other in the Facebook and the YouTube. Kind of crazy how that works. Okay, so we're getting communicate clearly, Kathy. So I think part of this for you is about using your voice, right? And I just want to see your question again there. Yeah, it is about speaking up for yourself for sure. And I think part of the thing is if, and I'm just looking at the side, if you don't get this promotion, what does that mean to you? And if you don't get it, like what, is that a make or break thing for you? And I think it's important for your employer to know, like, I'm really feeling like if I don't get this promotion, that I'm probably going to start looking elsewhere, right? So I think sometimes it's good to be really honest and communicate clearly, get upfront, be honest about some of those things if you have a boss that you can talk to in that way. But the most important thing for you is to really be speaking your truth. And again, like the theme for today seems to be is about being clear about what is it that you want. What is it that you want in your position? What is it that you want as far as support in your work? That type of thing. Really good. Okay. So Jen, will my son start taking school serious so he doesn't have to repeat 7th grade? Oh gosh, those kiddos. I so remember those days. And in fact, it came up in improv last night. One of the scenes that I played in improv last night, they brought one of the other people that was playing on stage with me was pretending he was my kid, and he got kicked out of school. So that's so fascinating that question comes up. And here's the thing about the kiddos, like, we need to remember and understand that they have their own team of angels and guides, right? All of us do. From the time we're born, we have our own team of angels and guides. It is not our job as parents to really create their life, right? That's not our job. Our job is really just to love them and to love them right where they're at. But what I'm seeing in answer to your question about that, Jen, is within the next few weeks, there's going to be more, almost like more clarity that comes in, or maybe there's going to be some outside force that is going to give him impetus to do it. So I don't know if he's involved in sports, if it's something where he has to maintain his grades to be able to play baseball in the spring, or, I'm not really sure what that's about, but I feel like there's going to be some outside force. Maybe it's going to be a girl that he's interested in that is going to be really good in school or something like that, and is going to give him the boost to do the work. But I don't feel like that's coming from you. So I do feel like it's outside source, and your job right now is just to love him. Okay, just love him where he's at. If he fails, he fails. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. And I hate to say it's not your problem, because obviously it does impact you, and it does impact your life when that happens. But in the grand scheme of things, it's his world, and it's his to figure out, right? And there's something that he's going to learn about that. So I think that's really really important and valuable. Okay. I'm going to come back to Colleen, but I just want to say hi to the others that have joined. Hey, Marla, welcome. Sweet Life, welcome. Hey, Champagne. Tiffany, welcome. Oh, and we've got Ashes over on here too. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. Good. I'm glad that makes sense for you. Great. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go slide this back up so I know where I'm at with you guys. Okay. So I did Jen. So Colleen will be next on the YouTube. I'm going to pop back over to Facebook. This is kind of crazy. I think in the future, I will just pick one, because it does feel a little bit split energy to me to be doing both. Okay. So Dawn's question, we did Rhonda's. Let's see where we're at. Shannon, are my angels still here? Of course, they never leave you. So when you get radio silence, I'll tell you guys something about that. When it feels like your angels aren't there, like they are not giving you guidance, typically you are in the midst of needing to make a decision, and they can't make the decision for you. It's something that you need to do. And often once you make the decision, then they're right back in there giving you guidance, right? Like once you choose the path, then they are rushing right back in to help you. Okay. So that's one thing I would just say about that. I also have the 3 of Earth coming in for you, Shannon. This is about creativity and collaboration. So they are helping you, right? They're creating your life. So our lives are a co-creation. It's a collaborative effort between us and our spiritual team of angels and guides, God, source, whatever that higher power is for you, right? So be a team player. So part of this too is you need to listen, right? You need to be awake and aware to how they're communicating with you. There's a great, on my YouTube channel, there's a great video series that I did with Dr. Kara Gubbins. It's called Intuitive Tuesdays. So there's a playlist. You can go on YouTube and find the Intuitive Tuesdays playlist. And there's a whole section, 3 videos actually, about signs, symbols, and synchronicities. So these are things that you can watch for, right? And so that you can be paying attention, so that you can be aware of how they are actually there for you, and how they are communicating with you and giving you information and signs and messages, right? So yeah, and then 3 of Earth can also be about collaborating with people at work, right? Being a part of a team in some way, shape, or form as well. So there's that other meaning that comes in with that as well. Okay, Lorraine's question, what guidance do you have for me for work or career? Having a rough go right now. Yeah, lots of people are. Lots of people are just having a rough go period, right? With one aspect of their life or another. So yeah, I hear you. Let's see what they've got to share with you about that, Lorraine. Yeah, so I'm getting the counseling card for you, and they're showing me 2 things around this. Number 1 is that that's part of your life purpose. It's part of your gifts, is to be your natural counselor, right? So there's probably a lot of people that come to you for help and assistance, and even just as a sounding board. But I don't feel like you really have that for yourself in your life, okay? And so I feel like it would be helpful for you to find someone that can be that for you, because you're so used to doing that for other people that, and it just feels like you don't have someone that can be like that for you. And it also feels like you don't have someone in your workplace that it sort of feels like you're unsupported there. So I'm going to give you a feng shui tip around this. That's something that can help with support. 2 things actually they're showing me. And this is helpful for anybody that works in like an office, right? Where there's other people around. Me, I work at home. I don't need to worry about that because my energy, I've got sage burning all the time. It's good, right? But when we have other people in our environment. So bring in a red sweater or a red scarf and hang it on the back of your chair. Just leave it there. That's going to help. Like, that's going to be like toward or protection, right? Like, it's going to be that like shield for you. Okay. The other thing is, if you're in a cubicle, you want to be able to see the doorway behind you. So for instance, if I'm sitting in your cube, you want to put a mirror in front of you so that you can see the door behind you and see what's coming at you. That's going to be helping you. That's going to help you. And if if you're interested in getting some help, I do, I do offer private coaching. That is something that I do. I'm actually developing right now. I'm hoping to roll it out this week, a new, kind of a whole new program, but the start of the program is a soul GPS session. And the soul GPS session is really going to give you, just like a GPS, it's going to give you a map. Like, where do I go from here? Where do I go in this area of my life, this area of my life, this, basically the big 4 areas of your life. And how am I getting to the next level? How am I ascending? How am I getting to the next step? So it's going to be a session around that. So I'll be rolling that out sometime this week. I don't have anything on my website or anything like that yet. I don't have the appointment set up or anything, but that will be coming. For now, I do have a life navigation session that is helpful. I also have a coaching discovery session. So if you are interested in potentially coaching with me, that's where you would do the coaching discovery session. Otherwise, it's not just like it's not that everyone that does coaching with me, but it just, yeah, that's the intention of it. Okay, so I did Shanna, I did Lorraine. Okay, let's go back to YouTube here. Okay, Colleen is next. Colleen, hoping to get clarity if I need to reach out to a distant friend or do I wait for them? Okay, great question. Let's see. Okay. Be assertive. So to me, that indicates you reach out to them, right? And particularly do it when you're feeling called or guided to do that, right? So when you're feeling called or guided to reach out to them, that's when to do it. So yeah, I feel like you need to take the lead on this, that it's yeah, that it's up for you. And I feel like part of it is connecting with their energy before you reach out to them, however you're going to do that, call or whatever. But doing the figure eight, connecting to their energy is going to be really helpful. And then also let go of any attachment to what the outcome of that is, right? So whatever the outcome is, don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do potentially here is finish up with YouTube, and potentially, yeah, we'll see how this works. Okay. Kim is asking, is my love life going to improve? Okay, let's from the romance deck. Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting make the effort, Kim, which is really about following the intuitive guidance that you're getting about what to do, right? So great love is always worth the effort. It's always worth taking a risk. It's worth doing the actions that we're guided to take. Sometimes we feel uncomfortable with that, or we feel off around that. But it's just leaning in and doing the things that you're feeling guided to do is going to be super important. Okay, this is super awkward, but I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to be right back, and just hang loose, and I'll come back and finish up all the readings. I gotta do the fan. I can't do it without the fan, so I'm gonna do the fan. I'm back. That's one thing about drinking a lot of water, and I did go to the bathroom before we got on the session, but sometimes, just gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, all right. So Marla will be next on the YouTube. Let's see, how many more do we have on the YouTube? Okay. Yeah, Marla, you'll be next on the YouTube. I'm going to go over to Facebook for a little while. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Marina, we got you. Okay. Ooh. So Amy, I can sort of see that you've got a question there, but for some reason I can't scroll up. So I see Amy's question. I'm not seeing any of the questions before that, and I think because there's a number of comments after that, we got like 51 comments or something like that. So Amy, I'm going to do Amy Loken. I'm going to do your question. What do they want me to know? So let's see. I'm going to use a new deck for this one. What do they want Amy to know? What do the angels want Amy to know? Okay, yeah, they're funny. They're funny. They're giving you two cards. So one of them is a dance. So this is about celebration. This is about celebrating your successes up to this point. So I think sometimes we get so focused on the end goal and like, oh, that's one more step. It's one more step. It's one more step. Instead of like in between, with the little things that you're doing well, or the good things that are happening in between times, celebrate those. Okay, so that's one aspect of this. It can also be about like actually moving your body, right, in dance. Okay, so we've got two different things going on there. And then we have crystals coming in for you, Amy, which is focus. So this is about really honing in and focusing on what it is that you need to do, like in the here and now. So one thing that works really well for me around this is to make a list of, you know, basically like for a week, all the things that I need to do during that week. And then looking at that list like on a daily basis and seeing like, okay, what is it that I'm feeling guided to do today? What is it that is my focus today? And also not putting too many things on the focus list for a day, right? Because then that makes us feel not as successful as well. Crystals can also be very helpful for you. So it might be great for you to check out a rock shop in the Twin Cities, or if there's one there in Eau Claire. That you can check out and get some stones that resonate with you, things that you can carry with you, right? Those are going to be helpful to ground you also, very grounding energy with the crystals. Okay, so if somebody had a question before Amy's that I didn't already handle, please pop it again in the comments. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here. Let's see. Oh, Michelle, you have that deck? Yeah, I like it. So far, I like it. Okay, Leslie's next. Any guidance from the angels will be helpful. They keep communicating with me in my dreams, and I'm having a hard time interpreting their messages. Oh, interesting. So yeah, the interesting thing about, oh, I'm getting a different deck for you. The interesting thing about dreams too, and I've been having just tons of dreams lately, like just really crazy amount of dreams. So and some of them very tumultuous, and finally last night, like, and I don't know about you guys, but my sleep has been like whacked for the last week, I would say. So you know, that's the other piece of it too. Finally last night I was like, I'm like telling him, here's the deal, I need a full night's sleep and I need gentle dreams, right? I need gentle, peaceful dreams, and they did. That and a little bit of lavender oil on my toes, or my big toe, helped me. So Leslie, what I'm getting for you is joy and delight. So this is about opening your heart, right? So they're really wanting you to open up, to follow the things that are lighting you up. Follow the joy, follow the bliss. And sometimes our dreams are, we're just working other stuff out, and we don't have to necessarily always figure out the meaning of them, right? And if it's not clear to you and you do feel like it's a message, ask them to send you more signs, right? Ask them to give you more clues as to what the meaning is. I have a dream interpretation guide that I use or have used in the past. So if that's something that you're interested in, I know, Leslie, you have my email. You can email me and ask for that, and I will send it to you. Okay, so that's what we've got going there. Okay. Rhonda, since I already did a question for you with the relationship, I'm going to give everyone else a chance here. Hey, Amy Moratz, welcome. If you're still on here, let's see who else is here. Katrina, welcome. Rebecca, welcome. Hey, Chris. Okay, I'm going to do one more here on Facebook, and then I'll do the YouTube. So for those of you that are just joining me, I'm doing a split thing here. So I'm doing YouTube, my first YouTube live, and then I'm also doing Facebook. So next time around, I might just pick one, because for me, it's a little bit of a split energy, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'll do one more question on Facebook, and then I'm going to come over to YouTube and do some more for you guys over there. Okay, so Melly, I was unofficially offered 2 positions at work. I need guidance on which one would benefit my career. Okay, great. I love that. I love that so much. So, and this is that newer job, right? Like the job you got after you did the Treasure Box Club. If I'm thinking correctly, maybe I believe I am. If I'm remembering that right. Okay, so what I want you to do is just... your left hand is one position and your right hand is the other, okay? So just in your mind, be very clear about, like, the left hand is this position and the right hand is this one, and then I'm going to tell you the answer, okay? Because I don't know what these positions are. So your left hand answer is the one. That is going to be the one that's going to be better for you in the long run. We're getting a big, strong, positive yes for you for the one in your left hand. The right one, it's coming up. There's something better. Like this is just not going to be a really good fit for you. And I think it has to do with the people that you'd be working with on this one, whereas this other one is going to be really, really good for you. So hopefully you got that and figured out which was the one there. So yeah, great clear answer. I love when they do that. Okay. All right. Okay. So Carmen will be next in the Facebook. I'm going to go over here to the YouTube and see Marla is next. So Marla's asking, what do my angels have to say about the man I'm currently involved with? Okay, great question. Let's see. What's coming up for you. Okay. So interesting question. And it's funny when people ask in that way. I always kind of wonder what's behind that or underneath that. But what I'm getting is unrequited love. So what I'm getting is that there's not enough chemistry there. There's maybe not enough in common. It just feels like, maybe you're having some fun, but it doesn't feel to me like it's a long term. Like it doesn't feel like there's going to be enough there to keep it going. So I hate giving like news like that, but it also sometimes can give you a lot of clarity too about like, okay, what is it that isn't here that is missing, and can give you an opportunity also to be like, okay, maybe I would like him to try some things that I enjoy doing, right? And then suggest that and see what happens, right? So we kind of always shift whatever's happening. We always have the ability to shift to whatever's happening in our life. So yeah, so interesting about that. Okay, so Sweet Life is asking, will I get accepted for the new home I'm interested in? Okay, let's see what we got for that. Okay, so I do feel like you're going to get an answer within the next few weeks. What I want to say about homes, because there's a lot of people that are shifting homes, a lot of people that are looking for places to live, that type of thing. And what I want to say about that is, if you don't get it, that's a gift. Like there's something better for you, right? This just happened to a friend of mine's daughter. They had a place that they really, really wanted. They were moving from one state to another. They had a place they really wanted. They didn't get it. She was super upset and sad, and her mom, who's kind of like me, was really sharing, that that's actually really great, because that means that wasn't your place and that there's something better. So that's the thing to know, is that, even if you don't get this place, there is obviously a place for you. And if it's not this one, there, something else will come in for you, right? There's always, everything happens for a reason, and there's always alignment, right? Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do another one here. Actually, I'm going to do two more in YouTube. Champagne is asking, getting guidance further on my spiritual path. Okay, so let's see. I actually want to use this deck for that. Let's see what's coming up for you. Okay. Oh, interesting. So you've got a loved one that's helping you from the other side. We've got a hello from heaven for you. So you are getting assistance and guidance. And if you haven't heard me speak before, people that are listening, I firmly believe that we all have a team of angels and guides that are here to help us. They help us all the time. Sometimes that team includes people that have transitioned. My mom is on my team, right? My mom transitioned like 15 years ago now, and she's on my team, and she's there helping me. So you have a loved one that's very, very strongly assisting you. So whoever that is, you can ask them directly for help. I do this with my mom all the time. And my mom in particular is really great at helping me find parking spots. So even little things or big things, it doesn't matter. You can ask for assistance from them. And they also want to let you know that they're doing great, like everything is well, right, in heaven, which of course, why wouldn't it be? It's heaven. But she wants you to let go of any worries and just focus on the blessings that are in your life, right? And know that you're right where you are right now is perfect, right? You don't have to be where anybody else is spiritually. Where you are right now is perfect, and you're on your path. So they're giving you a thumbs up, essentially, which is awesome. I love that. Okay, Tiffany J is asking, yeah, it's great to see you too, Tiffany. Do my angels or spirit guides have a message for you? Of course, they always have messages for you, right? They always have messages for you. So let's see what the message is for you. All right. So I don't really know how these Facebook lives go, or the YouTube live goes. I guess after we're done, it may be similar to Facebook where it's just there and people can watch it. I don't know. So for those that are watching the replay of these, just know that your whatever questions you have will be answered in the other answers that I'm providing, because that's how it works. If you're drawn to watch, there is something here for you. Okay. So Tiffany's question about a message is Six of Water is coming up for you, Tiffany. So Six of Water cards are all about the depth of emotion. It's really about definitely digging into stuff. And so there is some stuff that's coming up for you now, like past history from your childhood, memories, some things that need to be worked through. So how this happens is something in your life now will trigger you. And that trigger, okay, so this is pretty interesting because, so I lost the connection, and apparently it just brings you back into the same video if you didn't stop it. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see the questions. So I did, I am, okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. Facebook doesn't do that. Facebook, if you get knocked out, you have to like start a new one. Okay, so, oh, you're welcome, Champagne. Oh, your grandpa. Oh, that's so sweet. Probably both, actually. It's probably both, grandpa and grandma. Okay, let me slide back up. Oh, wow, there's lots of comments in here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to everyone. Okay, so Tiffany, I finished answering your question in the Facebook Live, so it's gonna be around minute 50. Is what I'm gonna just tell you. If you, I did finish answering it in the Facebook Live, so if you want to go back, and because I wasn't sure how this worked with that. Okay. So Ash has a question on the YouTube. I think she's in both YouTube and the Facebook. Ash's question: are the angels protecting me against my symptoms? I think I felt them last night. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the angels are so good at helping us clear energy. They're great at helping with protection, all of those type of things. So I'm just kind of, I think the answer to that is definitely a yes, and I just want to see what angel is there helping you. So Archangel Azrael is actually coming in to help you. So he's got this counselor energy, right? The energy of, oops, I guess I maybe didn't show on Facebook. I'll show Facebook as well. So that counselor energy Archangel Azrael is bringing in for you is also, kind of a double meaning, right? One is that you are a natural counselor, so people come to you for assistance and guidance. That's part of it. And then also, what you're going through now, you are gonna help other people with this down the road. So, and that happens a lot of times with whatever's happening in our life. That experience then helps us help other people. So that's what I'm getting for you around this. And Archangel Azrael is going to help you. So he is definitely there assisting you, which is awesome. We love our angels' help. So awesome. Okay, so Angela, this is on the YouTube. Angela, I could really use some guidance, insight guidance into my marriage relationship. So lots of that's coming up. So every time I've answered a question around that, listen to that answer, because that's going to be helpful to you, right? And of course, you want to follow what resonates, what feels right and true for you. Like if you get goosebumps when I'm sharing something, that's a good indication that information is for you. So Angela, so you said relationship, your marriage relationship. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so sometimes our guides are like kind of interesting. So the card that they're bringing in, I'm actually going to draw another one because I feel like they cheated you with this one. So I'm going to draw one more for you. Actually, I'm going to draw one from this deck. So the card, and the reason I'll show you guys the card so that you know I'm laughing. The card is wedding, right? You're already married. Like, you're already married. The card is wedding. But when this comes up in that particular circumstance, to me it indicates that that you're meant to work through it, right? Like, that you're meant to stay connected with this person, and understand that there's always an ebb and flow. So we've got the ocean card coming for you. So sometimes you guys are going to be really super on the same page. Sometimes you're not. Same thing goes with friendships or relationships with family, right? Sometimes we are in the flow with somebody and sometimes we're not, right? And oftentimes it has to do with hormones, lots of different things that are happening, but you may just be in an ebb time right now, because I do feel like this is a long-standing relationship for you. So I do feel like this is, it's just a time of ebb. And sometimes it also happens when we are shifting and changing and growing as people, right? That can happen where we, we just feel disconnected from our partner. So that would be the other thing to look at. Like, what are some things that you can do to get reconnected, right? To almost like get to know each other again. And again, I'll recommend that book it's called The Queen's Code by Allison Armstrong, a really great book. And that would be something that could also assist you with this as well. Cool. Okay. I am pretty positive I'm not going to be able to get to all of your questions today, guys, because it's already after 4 o'clock, or almost 4 o'clock here, my time. And yeah. And I've got some work I got to do. Okay. I'm going to do Life A's question here on YouTube. I have a career school question. I'm kind of lost in life, feel limited in what I can do or achieve. So I could use some guidance, path or direction. Okay, great. Great question. Let's see what's coming up for you. All right. Okay. Study. So it is time to go back to school. What I'm getting is that your career path, the path that you're meant to take, does involve schooling, that there's more that you need to learn, that you don't have like all the information that you need right now, that you do need some more training, some more education, and this is going to help give you confidence in what it is that you're meant to do. One of the things that I love to do, or that I love to recommend to people, is the passion test. This is an older book. It's by Janet and Chris Atwood. You can probably even get it at the library. And basically they run through, and there might even be the passion test. You might be able to take it online now. I'm not really sure what they've done with that. But basically it helps you kind of narrow down or hone in on what is your path, right? And what is it that really lights you up. So that's something that I would recommend. And then look at like what classes interest me in this area. What is it that I'm drawn to? What keeps coming up into my awareness? Like, do you keep getting notification about a certain type of class, right? Sometimes this happened to some of my feng shui friends, where they just kept getting the information about feng shui, and they're like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to do this, right? Type of thing. So yeah, I do see that study coming in for you as part of it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do Caroline's question here. Any new man in my future? Let's see. Any new phase in my life or work and teaching? Caroline, if you don't know, is a super talented artist. She does amazing, beautiful paintings. She's also very talented feng shui practitioner. Yeah, lots of beautiful talents there. Okay. So what I'm getting for you, Caroline, is this energy of codependency coming in. So when this comes up, a lot of times it has to do with things that are draining our energy and impacting, sort of our attraction factor, if you will, right? So sometimes if we have things that are lower energy that are in our field, that might even be like people in our life, might be friends that are just like complainers. It could be just physical stuff. Obviously, you know about that with feng shui. It could also be habits, right? Things that you're habitually doing that are creating sort of this dependency. Like, as an example, just a sort of a benign type of example is sometimes when people are feeling low or lonely or just do this for comfort is they'll reach for some sort of food, right? A lot of people do that. It's like, they call it comfort food for a reason, right? Because in that moment, it comforts us. But that may, in the long run, be actually blocking us from opening up to what it is that we're really trying to attract in. So just taking a look at, and this is a really good time, again, we're in Jupiter retrograde, so it's a really great time to look at and review the stuff in our life and to really release anything that is not lifting us up. If it's not bringing us light, if it's not fun, if it's not energizing, we need to be letting go of this stuff, right? So that we can really shine at our highest, brightest light to be able to attract that partner in. So they're not giving a time frame or anything around the man, but we all have partners. I do firmly believe that we all are meant to be partnered. And myself included, I'm still like in the midst of attracting my beloved, but I do feel that we all are meant to be partners. So they're not giving me a time frame on that. So I'm just going to leave it at that and just know that like as you clear out some of these other things in your life, and it may even be like, again, relationships or that type of thing, then you're going to be kind of creating that space. Also, trying new things is a great thing to do in in Jupiter retrograde. I wrote a blog about that. Shake up your chi, right? Try some new things. And that also is going to get you out meeting some different people as well. Okay, need some water. All right. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Hey, Heather, welcome. Emily, welcome. This is on the Facebook. Same kiddo question, Heather. Okay, so I'm gonna let you take the answer from the other one because that's so interesting, right? Hey, Lynn and Jen. Oh, hello from the Philippines, Emily. That's awesome. Hey, Paula. Okay, I'm just scrolling down to see. You're welcome, Lorraine. All right, bunch more people joined. I'm not gonna probably spend time saying hi to everyone. Oh, interesting. So you had asked the same question, Teresa, before Amy's. Okay. Yeah, so that would apply for you too. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Chris, welcome. Okay, Debbie Manhart, I'm going to do yours and I'm going to do Jenny's, Jenny Hudson. And then I'll finish with the Facebook, and then I will maybe do one or two more on the YouTube because I've got some work to do, people. Yeah, I'd love to spend all day with you guys, like doing readings all day long, but of course that just can't happen. Just can't happen. Okay, so Debbie is asking for any guidance from the angels. So we've got Ace of Earth coming in. This is about the inflow of abundance. I love this card because it also, I do feel like signals beginnings, right? Beginnings, and this can be about a business venture. It can be about some new opportunity that's coming in that requires a contract or things being signed. So it makes me think of your host stuff. So I'm wondering if maybe you are going to start work on something coming now in the spring, one of those house projects that you were talking about. And I do see an inflow of abundance. So oftentimes when we do things within our home, one thing I do just want to say about that though, with construction, if you are doing construction in your home, it's really great to consult with a feng shui practitioner. It doesn't necessarily have to be me, but just because there's different areas that we don't want to disturb each year, right? Like we have the flying stars and we don't want to disturb different areas. And if you're doing construction in that area, yeah, so it just would be wise for any of you guys that are doing construction that you consult with a feng shui practitioner about that too, so that you can have the best result possible with the least amount of stress is kind of the point with that. Doing it on auspicious days helps too, all of that type of thing. So yeah, good stuff coming there. Okay, Jenny Hudson is asking, could you tell me the meaning of 2513? That was in a dream. Okay. You can definitely look up the numbers on, obviously on there's a bunch of different sites, obviously online that you can find the number meanings or the angel numbers. So I'll let you look up those numbers, but I'm going to have them share what meaning they want to give you around that. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So this is the DNA card. This is about karma. So there's interesting thing that happens when we come into this life. We bring a lot of stuff with us. So we bring in, energy from past lives. We bring in ancestral stuff like patterns and codes and things like that that have been like solidified in our family throughout time. And so we've got kind of all this stuff that we come, baggage almost, that we come in with. And so this is a time for you to be unwrapping that and for you to be releasing. Because we don't have to, in the fifth dimension, we don't have to carry this stuff. We get to clear it. I just did this with a client the other day. I just helped clear some stuff for them. And it's a beautiful thing because we don't have to be carrying that stuff. We get to clear it. It's not always easy, and you can't always do it by yourself. So sometimes you do need to get help with that. There's a lot of different people, obviously, that do that type of work. I do a form of it. Zach, who's on this session here, I just noticed her name pop up there too. She does a beautiful deep work on this as well. There's lots and lots of different people that can assist with that, but there feels to need to be some unraveling in your life and some releasing of old patterns, whether yours or ancestral. I don't know, YouTube. I have no idea what's going on with you, but yeah, that's I don't know what's going on with YouTube. All right, so okay. Oh, Chris, I want to answer your question because you've been such a joy to follow and swirl with in the animal wisdom community over there. So I'm going to answer your question. Chris is asking, a direction and place to live in the next 5 years, staying in the current area or moving? Okay. Yeah, Chris, for these, you can basically ask anything, but usually the simpler the question, the better, just for time's sake. But let's see. Okay, so stay in the current area or should Chris move? Okay, so for now, you're staying where you're at. So in the near future, you're staying where you're at, but in the future, it's going to be better for your health to move. And I think it has to do with just energetically. Sometimes we energetically outgrow even the state. Like I kind of outgrew Minnesota, had to move to Maui, right? So it is going to be better for your health. Sorry about that, YouTube. It is going to be better for your health to move. So I do see you moving in the future, but it's, again, you mentioned next 5 years. So they are saying, you're going to stay where you are in the near future, but I feel like you're going to move before 5 years. I feel like it's going to be sooner than that. So just gonna plant that little seed for you, Chris. All right. Okay, let's see if I can go back and I'm going to catch maybe a couple more of these on YouTube, and then I have got to get some work done, people. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Where are we at? Oh my goodness. Okay. Cat Bill. Will I be in the same job or change jobs in the near future? So interesting. We have a lot of very similar questions. So if I haven't answered your question, look to the other questions that were like yours, right? That's a beautiful unfolding that you can do that. Okay, so will I be in the same job or change? So let's just ask, we need to ask one way or another, is will I change jobs? Will this person change jobs was it near future? Will I change jobs in the future? Okay. So I'm getting helpful people. So I do feel, and they were telling me in my head a yes, that I feel like you will change jobs, and there are going to be some people that are going to help you with that, right? They're going to help you with that transition, or they're going to help you find the new position. There's definitely people that are helping you both in the non-physical as well as in the physical with that. So you are going to get some assistance and help with that, but I do see that happening for you. Okay, and then Jamie is going to be the last one on YouTube. So sorry, you guys, but over an hour it's been already, and I've got some other stuff that I've got to take care of. Jamie's asking, what's headed my way in love? Okay, so let's see. What is coming up for you? Okay. Jamie, I've got getting to know each other is coming in. So to me, this indicates a new relationship, fresh energy, because I do feel like it is, when you're getting to know people, that's a fresh energy that's coming in. The beautiful thing for you, and the most important thing for you to know, is to really be your authentic self, to reveal your innermost self to each other, because that's what helps deepen the bond. So when we stay sort of in the surface level, it's really hard to connect or to even see if this person is a good match for us if we're staying more on the surface. So we do, and I feel like for me, I don't know, it's just important to dive deep, like right away, like let's get into stuff we think, feel, all that kind of stuff right away. Like, let's get to know each other. So that's what's coming in for you. Love it, love it, love it. YouTube, so sorry about it going in and out. The Facebook did not do that, so I'm not really sure why it was doing that on YouTube. But I will come back on YouTube and do readings again for you guys, or do Facebook Lives. I might do like a weekly, just a weekly energy forecast or weekly reading. I won't do all the signs. I just feel like just energetically, I'm not able to do like every single sign every week. So I will come on and do some more YouTube lives. So I'm happy that you guys joined me for this experience. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for anyone that didn't get their answers, their question answered, or didn't get their answer from what other people questions were, obviously I am available for private readings. If you're new to me or have not used the code, you can use the coupon code ANGEL20 to save 20% on any reading. And you would just basically go to my website, findingyourfiji.com. There's a link at the top right corner that says schedule. Just hit the schedule button and schedule whatever length reading that you want. First timers always get 20% off. You can share that code with anyone else that you want as well. I am going to put in the comments, I'm going to see if I can pull this up quick. I am going to put the video, let's see, where would I have that? Actually, I'm going to go somewhere else. I am going to put Teresa and Mai's video in there because it was awesome. And I think you guys should watch it because it's all about like how does fun create more authenticity in your life, and how does fun impact your life in a positive way. It was just really it was really good, really, really good. So I'm going to pull the link up here so that I can share that with you guys in the, I don't know if I can do that in YouTube. I don't know if I can or not. I will try to maybe post it in the comments or something in YouTube, but I'm going to put it into the Facebook right now so that you guys have that. Okay. Put that in there. And of course, if you guys want to join me in Maui, I still have some room in Maui for my retreat in November 2019. It's going to be amazing, straight up amazing. Teresa Thomas is going to be doing 50 fun things. I've got lots of other practitioners that are going to be doing amazing things as well. So much love and light to all of you. Thank you, YouTubers, for joining me as well. Thank you, Facebookers. Love you guys so much. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Much love and aloha. Okay, so I'm going to end that one. And then, how do I end this one? I don't even